So I didn't know about this until about an hour ago. I don't know how I missed it yesterday, but this actually came in from Ugarte after the Uruguay game. He's played through illness with Uruguay against Venezuela ahead of his debut potentially for Manchester United on Saturday. Basically said he was suffering from a fever before the game. In the 24 hours leading up to the game, he was suffering from a fever. He said, I feel a bit down now, but after the game, he said, I feel a bit down now again, but I did feel fine during the match despite the heat, said Ugarte, who obviously has got a big flight back, and after the game against Venezuela, was obviously still suffering with this fever. Now, I can't speak. I don't know what to say about this, because I'm like, can we hide this article from Erik ten Hag, who picks people off a laptop anyway when it comes to fitness? I mean, I just don't think it, we've got a bit of a poll. Will he start? 61% of you. Don't worry, I'm not crying. I feel like it. 61% of you, will he start on Saturday? I think that's a brave. I think you're brave. I think you're brave to think he will start. Should he start? Yes. Will he start? This worries me. I'm with Jake Harrison on this. Definitely not starting now. I think Isaac says health over football. Of course, Mad Max says it's over. I can't believe we missed this last night. He actually said this after the game against Venezuela. So Ugarte, suffering with a fever for 24 hours before the game, played the game, felt okay, but afterwards felt down again. He's now got a massive flight. He probably only is at Carrington today. The match is on Saturday lunchtime. I think Casemiro is dancing in his garden with his top in the air going, whoop, 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 whoop. I'm starting, because with a different manager, maybe Ugarte plays. Look, I know in the past, there's countless stories of people like Roy Keane and Ryan Giggs and Cristiano Ronaldo playing when they were ill the day before. Famously, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer picked Harry Maguire against Leicester when Harry Maguire hadn't trained at all. And it was a bloody nightmare. But I think that if you want my answer, and you're going to get it, will Ugarte start on Saturday? I think he absolutely has to. But I'm very worried about it now. I mean, I think it would have been, even if he was Iron Man, even if he swam back from Uruguay and then ran an Iron Man in an Iron Man suit and then did arm wrestling with the whole team and then was doing press-ups with Ten Hag saying, pick me, look, I'm not even sweating. Ten Hag would be there going, computer says no, huh? So I still, even then, even if he was super fit, I still think he'd go, Manchester United, the laptop, Casemiro, batteries not run out yet. You new batteries, yeah. You bring the fight, yeah. But you sit on the bench, yeah. Casemiro, he trophies, batteries not run out. So I think that I always have to bring comedy into it when I'm feeling stressed. You might have picked out on it. So yeah, I stick with what I said on the show last night about being conflicted, but I have to follow this path. We have to win on Saturday, but yeah, we have to see something new. We can't just play Southampton with the same old shit. We have to see something new. We've got to see a vision. We've got to see, it can't be there 3:00. Oh, we beat Southampton 2-0 and we weren't that good. We've got to see a vision now. Ugarte has to come straight into that team. But, he is apparently has some sort of fever. I just think this is absolutely perfect for him to be on the bench now, which hopefully won't happen. But look, we can only bring you the news on that, and it could be an issue for the game at the weekend. Hopefully not, but it certainly could be, because as I said, he will probably be back training today and assessed for the game on Saturday. There's a lot of players that have done a lot of travelling as well. Garnacho will be in the same position. Martinez will be in the same position. But look, I'm just so desperate for him to start this game, to be honest with you. You know what I'm tired of? What I'm tired of is there's always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. Computer says no today, but he'll be back tomorrow. And it's like, there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. That's from a film. There is no... Yeah, Apollo Creed in Rocky 3 to Rocky. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. And that's a training sequence. There is no tomorrow. There's only today. We can't go into the Southampton game saying, well, we should have Ugarte back for the Crystal Palace game. Now fucking get him in now. Get him in now. I can't be dealing with this tomorrow shit anymore. I understand when it's injury. I understand Rasmus probably won't play. We know Luke Shaw won't play. We know Mason Mount won't play. We know Yoro won't play. But these players need to be got. He's played 90 minutes for Uruguay. Start him and then take him off if he's tired at half time. But start. What did we say in the preview? You've got to start with something special. You've got to start from minute one. You've got to go on the B of the bang. And for me, you start him. You start him, and then if he's struggling, you take him off. But you don't put him on the bench for me. Tomorrow never comes. Yeah, as Ronan Keating once sang. He will start, just needs some H2O, says BG. And hi from Iceland, Mark. Would love a live show here. Big community, says Johnson. I would love to do a live show in Iceland. That would be absolutely fantastic. Just picking up on that midfield position, though, we're going to talk about what Angel Gomez has said, because he said he would like to return to Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo has some other comments as well, and obviously we'll read into some of yours. Will Ten Hag stay if we lose to Southampton, says Abdul. I don't want that scenario, mate, but if we lose 3-0... Well, you've asked me a direct question. I'll give you a direct answer. If we lose 3-0 to Southampton at the weekend, unless there are massive mitigating circumstances, I don't think he'd be manager for Barnsley, no. I don't. I actually had a dream last night that Van Nistelrooy had the job. But that doesn't mean anything. But no, I don't think he'd survive a 3-0 beating by Southampton. Not unless something ridiculously bad luck happened, like VAR or something like that prompted the 3-0. I think he'd struggle. I think he'd really struggle to stay in a job if he got beat 3-0 by Southampton. But look, I don't know what Ineos's plan is, honestly, but you asked me an honest question, I'll give you an honest answer. Anyway, let me move on. Casemiro. Now, I don't know where these reports are coming from. It's the Manchester Evening News again, so it could be their arse, or it could be they've heard it from somewhere else, but they haven't sourced where these reports are coming from. But there's a story today in the Manchester Evening News saying that from reports suggest that Casemiro is very unhappy at the moment, and this is around three things. First of all, he feels that he has been singled out for, the blame, certainly after the Liverpool game. Secondly, the signing of Ugarte, and everyone saying he's going to be on the bench. And third of all, if he's dropped at the weekend, apparently this is going to make him feel even worse. I think that... Well, I don't know. What are your thoughts on those three things that he's unhappy about? Feels he's been singled out, not happy about Ugarte coming in, and won't be happy if he's dropped at the weekend. I mean, I sort of want to go, who do you think you are? Like, you've not been singled out. You cost us 2 goals, mate, against our biggest rivals in our own backyard. It was embarrassing, and you caused it. So I don't think you've been singled out. I think you are to blame that we were 2-0 down at half-time. Ugarte coming in is because Amrabat's left and you are the only holding midfielder we've got. And we're not buying bench players for a 32-year-old. We need to buy starters. So grow up. Who do you think you are? And third of all, you'll not be happy if you dropped at the weekend. Who do you think you are? What do you think happens when you put a Man United shirt on and you wipe your arse with it in a performance level? You get dropped. So I don't believe the story like Jake Harrison says, because again, it just feels like the second time in a week that Casemiro has been targeted from reports that I don't know where they're from or dressing room sources that I don't believe. I would imagine that Casemiro is very unhappy, but I doubt his unhappiness is because he's been singled out. I doubt his unhappiness is because we bought Ugarte. And I doubt his unhappiness is going to get worse if he gets dropped. Really, because he's a professional. And it's interesting, actually, because in contrast to that, I was reading an article with Will Fish in The Athletic. And he was saying that his opinion of Casemiro was this. And again, 3 things that he said about him, really. He said that I trained with him ahead of the season for the US tour. His professionalism is unparalleled. He's always there in the gym, first and last. His anticipation on the pitch is razor sharp. And and his mannerisms and leadership are, you know, a testament to what he's done in his career. So I was like, well, you've got two really big contrasts here. You've got a player like Will Fish, who is a real person. He's not a dressing room source. He's not a report. He's a real person giving a real interview about Casemiro's professionalism and quality. And then you've got a story about basically throwing his toys out the pram because he's being blamed and all this, that and the other. And he will be unhappy. What we've got here with Casemiro is a question about what we do with him. Because I agree with Will Fish. The player's quality, professionalism and attitude are there to speak in his Wikipedia page based on what he's done. But his performances over the last 6 months are also there for you to go back and watch. At times it's felt like it's sabotage. I personally just think we're moving more and more towards age, drop off. The mind is willing, but the body's not giving. I think that's what's happening with Casemiro. I think most of the battles he's going through are probably going through his head. You know, not being able to make that pass anymore, not being able to make that recovery run anymore, being late to the tackle. You can just sort of see the sabotage and breakdown of his own game. So, Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching as always.